네, 현장에 함께.
So thank you very much. If you could have been with us on site, that might have been much better. But despite his busy schedule, he sent us this video. So I would like to thank him for that. Now we are going to move on to the keynote session. And for the keynote session, under the title of the Global Efforts to Reduce AMR in Animal, Human, and Food, Park Yong-ho, Emeritus Professor of Seoul National University, will give us the lecture.
Thank you for the organizer. I'm very honored to be a plenary speaker at this international conference. Even I am Korean and later speak in Korean, but this is a plenary, so I'd like to share some of the information in English. My title of the talk is Global Efforts to Reduce Antimicrobial Resistance in Animal, Human, and Food, especially my country, Korean experience. You know, this slide I saw on the plane a long time ago. Even scientists amplify antimicrobial agents as the last resort to stop superbacteria. Human medicine still concerns for current AMR situation and the future trend. I met Dr. Yuna, the Nobel Prize awardee, 2009 chemistry. A few years ago, Dr. Yuna from Israel said we need more specific antibiotic to treat pathogen for future design of a drug to avoid superbacteria. She also said post-antibiotic era is coming, and up to 3.8% global economy will be lost by AMR in 2050. As she mentioned, many scientific reports emphasize the importance of AMR, especially after pandemic corona infection. Number of deaths by AMR in 2050 will be higher than death by cancer or other disease or accidents. Probably you saw these slides many times about the antimicrobial use in animals. Taking about resistance spreading from animals to humans or vice versa, antimicrobials are being used for animal as therapeutic, growth promoter, and prophylactic and metaphylactic purposes. However, total contribution of animal to human AMR is estimated less than 4% of total AMR outbreak in human medicine has been published by Water et al. 2004. Taking about the resistance spreading from animal to human, we also think there is also benefits of antimicrobial use in the present for higher survival, increased growth rate, decreased animal waste, and reduced foodborne pathogen carriage. This figure shows that the number of countries using antimicrobial agents for growth promotion in animals are decreasing, reported by OIE. So blue bar shows that the banning of the growth promoters as antimicrobials, and the red is still using that antimicrobials as growth promoters. Even that the total amount of antimicrobials in animal as growth promoters been decreasing. However, a few number of countries, including China, are using antimicrobials as much as they can. This number will be more than 2 times higher in 2030 if we do not develop any further action to delay using antimicrobials in food-producing animals. As you see that in current situation in China, it's going to be doubles in using in 2030. Special concerns have been speculated to China for their improper use of antimicrobials, and global efforts need to reduce the use of antimicrobials as little as they can. We still have time and opportunity to do something in reality. The former international organization, OIE, Organization of International Epizootics, renamed the World Organization for Animal Health, WOA, prioritized the mission as follows. The first priority is AMR, followed by zoonosis and foodborne diseases. This is the epidemiology of antimicrobial resistance. Various routes of possible AMR transmission has been found among animal, human, and environment, and further by companion animal as well. So that's the reason in the opening speech, Kim Yong-jae, DG of the MFDS, mentioned about One Health approaches is crucial to prevent this kind of crisis of AMR. Okay. CDC in USA and the World Health Organization declare the possible link between animal-human AMR categorized by urgent, serious, and general concerns, and they found 7 AMR pathogens being noted with the animal link. So at this time, I'd like to share 2 possible concerning pathogens, MRSA and ESBL specifically. It's interesting that the capital letter of the first the name of these 7 the pathogens is named escape. So Enterococcus, followed by Staph aureus, KPN, and Baumannii, Acinetobacter baumannii, and Pseudomonas enterobacter. So the first capital together is escape. So there are 6 major pathogens which may escape from antimicrobial therapy in human medicine. So that's the reason I'd like to share some of the information, AMR, information for MRSA and ESBL at this time of presentation. In animal, MRSA have been found first reported in Belgium cattle in 1972. Since then, MRSA have been noted in many different species of animal, including cattle, cat, dog, horse, and some other species of animals. Human MRSA have been found mainly from hospital and community However, frequent movements among human and animal farm and community break this spread out pattern. So there is no more differentiation among human-originated, community-originated, or livestock-originated MRSA. Among European Union countries, Spain and Germany were significantly higher. However, no MRSA have been reported in Norway and some northern European countries. This figure shows that the isolated MLST pattern in pigs shows ST, sequence type 398 type was predominant, almost more than 92%. How about in the swine MRSA in Asian countries? Prevalence of MRSA were different in Asian countries. The MRSA prevalence were lower than European Union countries. Swine ST9 was the most prevalent found in China, and the ST398 was found in laboratory pigs in Singapore. In my country, Korea, the first MRSA has been noted in 2012 in commercial pigs. We have found many publications related to this prevalence of swine MRSA in Asian countries, including Korea. When we look at the overview of MRSA from animals and animal products in Korea, especially in Korea, MRSA have been reported in various species of animals and animal products, and we found predominant type was ST398. Why the ST398 is important? Most Asian countries concerned about the spread of antimicrobial resistance, MRSA, horizontal transfer may be the possible transmission through the same sequence type. Among the isolates, ST72 was the predominant type in Korea, and this indicates possible transmission between animal and human in Korea. When you look at the pig and dairy cattle, raw meat in human community, there are quite a few common type as present with ST72 in human and non-human MRSA in Korea. Interestingly, in United States, also found MRSA is re-emerging, and ST72, ST398 were predominant in community and animal, and they renamed the MRSA in US as being USA 300, 400, 500, 800, etc. I want to show that the antimicrobial resistant clinically important pathogen in human medicine in Korea. Among antimicrobial resistant clinically important pathogen in human medicine was imipenem resistant Actinobacter, followed by MRSA and ESBL. That's the reason I just want to share the information, detailed information on ESBL in Korea. This is the overview picture of the ESBLs and amphicoccin from animal in Korea. As you see that the various types of CTX-M and the amphicoccin have been defined from animals in Korea. When you look at the animals in 2008, starting from the pigs and cattle and dogs, and all other countries showing the ESBL and amphicoccin gene from animals in Korea. Why I wanted to show this kind of picture? We have to look at the scientific evidence, whether that is the transmission can be possibly spread from animal to human or human to animal. So this is one example of CTX-M type of E. coli from human and animal in Korea. So when we compare the CTX-M type in animal and human, in animals, 14 and 15, the human also 14 and 15 is a predominant type. When you look at the CTX-M producing Enterobacter bacteria from animals in Asian countries, CTX-M have been found in E. coli and Salmonella, and the predominant type of CTX-M 14 and 15 in China, Japan, Hong Kong, and also in Korea. To examine the coronal spread of CTX-M 14 and 15 in animal and human, multi-locus sequence type have been defined. The result shows very low possible transmission between animal and human in Korea. Even one ST type is found both in human and animal. However, it's interesting the pattern in Salmonella was different from E. coli. When you look at the PFG type of CTX-M15 producing Salmonella enteritis, and the same leprechaun type of transconjugants were observed both human and animal isolates. So this indicates the possible transmission of CTX-M between human and animal in Korea through the Salmonella enteritis producing CTX-M15. Why are we concerned about these kinds of two important pathogens? When you look at the outbreaks of the foodborne pathogen disease by etiological agent in Korea, it's not much different from other countries. Salmonella, Staph aureus, and E. coli were significantly higher, and this is the concern of appearance and transmission of AMR through these foodborne pathogens in Korea. As you all know about the global efforts have been developed, and the international organizations such as FAO, WHO, WHO, with their expert committee, have recommended collaboration, cooperation to solve these AMR issues long time. Consequently, 2 times task force of AMR have been held in Korea. The first TFAMR has been initiated in 2007 for 4 years, and another the TFAMR has been developed in 2016 for 5 years in Korea because of corona outbreak, 1 year delayed. The mission of the chairing country, Korea, should lead efforts in producing global guidelines regarding the reduction and prevention of the use of antimicrobial resistant microorganisms and microorganisms, the gene for inducing AMR in environment, farm, fishery products, and food. This shows CAC 40 approved the projects on TFAMR and the establishment of electric working group in 2017, so followed by Jeju first TFAMR 2017, followed by Busan, Pyeongchang, and Botica in 8th session 2021. What we obtained through this TFAMR session, there are quite a few number of major recommendations through that all the participating countries, delegates, and the international organization, non-profitable organization, together several recommendations, among them, GLIS, monitoring and surveillance system on antimicrobial use and resistance should be strengthened for the guideline of all participating countries. In addition to the guideline, we also developed the code of practice to minimize and contain foodborne antimicrobial resistance through this TFAMR task force. I want to share the Korean situation. Through these TFMR events, Korean governments implemented inter-ministerial cooperation and has banned most of AGPs for animal use, except a few anticoccidial agents. And most of antimicrobials should be prescribed by veterinarians. You know, there are many monitoring programs in veterinary medicine, nationally, regionally, and globally. This is also being used in Korea, of course, and we have K-VAMs in veterinary medicine in Korea. Our efforts in Korea, you can see the animal AMR monitoring programs in all different countries and regions. So this kind of AMR monitoring program have been developed and improved through the inclusion of molecular epidemiology and resistant mechanism and the scientific evidence of resistant mechanism and international access. Korea leading the establishment of animal antimicrobial resistance monitoring program, tools including epidemiology, science-based risk assessment, and post-net internet access. When you compare that other monitoring program, Korea has leading that all kind of items included to define the possible transmission between animal, human, and then also environment as well. Not only the efforts to reduce and minimize antimicrobial use in animal and human, we also need to develop the efforts for the reduction of antimicrobial use by good hygiene and welfare practice, and then secondly, enhance host resistance by proper and timely vaccination and immunostimulation. Thirdly, the biosecurity should establish, and the substitution of antimicrobials and feed system should be developed. I want to emphasize biosecurity is quite important, not only in the reduction of antimicrobial use in animal and human, but global concerns about the transmission country to country. That's the reason Global Health Security Agenda developed. More than 70 countries joined this kind of activity regarding biosecurity. Of course, international collaboration has emphasized to antimicrobial use should be as little as possible, as much as necessary. And it has been suggested by Woolhouse in 2015, so an intergovernmental panel on AMR, akin to the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change. So Codex FAO had a great opportunity to develop TFAMR last few years and then past another 4 years. As I said, that Kim Yong-jae, the DG, mentioned in the opening speech, the One Health approach is crucial. So antimicrobial resistance and our food system, there is challenges and solutions. All sectors, including animal, human, environment, plant, and aquaculture, should help each other and develop best solution to stop AMR for the next generation. We also need to promote and educate public and the importance of AMR. So that's the reason I want to show that the videotape just a little bit what we developed and then share this
70만 명이
with the
항생제
public.
내성균 감염으로 사망하고 있고 우리나라의 연간 사망자는 4천 명에 달하고 있습니다. 2050년에는 매년 암 사망자 820만 명보다 많은 1,000만 명의 사람이 사망에 이를 것이라고 경고하였습니다. WHO 전 사무국장은 항생제 내성 문제를 조용히 밀려오는 쓰나미라고 표현하였죠. 항생제 내성균 확산을
So this is almost 15 minutes talk to educate and communicate and share the information with the public, consumers. As you heard from the video, Margaret Chan, former DG of World Health Organization, she said AMR is slow and quiet moving tsunami threatening our life. Thank you very much. And if you have any further question, please contact me to our internet, the email address as follows. Thank you very much. 감사합니다.